Alright, today we're going to talk about M1 Finance's mobile application. So I'm just going to log on. This is what it looks like. Very sleek, very basic design. So we're just going to go over it. This is the home screen when you first log on. In the left-hand corner where it says invest, that's what we're on right now. And this is what it looks like. Here's our portfolio. You can check out my other video when I set up my M1 Finance account. I just threw $100 in for an example, but you can see we're in Google, Apple, Nvidia, the SPY, Facebook, Microsoft, Amazon, and PayPal for $100, and that's because of fractional shares. So this is what it looks like. If you scroll, we can kind of see some more data here. It'll show my current value, how much money I put into it, what my return is, which is really cool. If we click on spend, this is just their debit card that you could buy. I think you need to be a member of M1 Plus. I think that's $125 a year. Transfers, you want to put money into it, it's just that simple one. Borrow. You could borrow money if you have at least $10,000 in there for some pretty cheap rates. That's the beauty about using your portfolio as collateral. I know you need to have certain stocks. You can't use penny stocks as collateral. I think they need to be above $300 million for the market cap. If we go over here, research. This is just real basic research. You could maybe research some stocks. So you want to research Apple. Looks like you actually have to type in, oh, there it is. There you go, Apple. If we want to research any news going on, here it all is. Again, very basic, very easy and user-friendly. If we go back to invest, if we click on the three little lines, we see portfolio, activity, holdings, funding history. So let's go to funding history. We can see how many deposits I have made. Let's go back to holdings. This is a different layout of all my holdings. It will show kind of the percentage breakdown and how much money I've made off of them. You can see at the bottom I have 8 total holdings. And now here's the cool part. If we go to research, click on the 3 lines. If we go to expert pies, this is where we can research expert pies. Say you want to invest like Warren Buffett. You go to hedge fund followers, right? Click on Berkshire Hathaway. And then here's his portfolio. This is Berkshire Hathaway. Here's all of the holdings that they have. So you can kind of get a good idea, maybe some ideas. Hey, maybe I want to invest in Bank of America. Maybe I want to invest in Coca-Cola. So you can kind of see it that way. And again, you can click on them. It'll open up the details for that company. But as you can see, it's very sleek, very easy to use. And now say you want to add an expert pie to your portfolio. You don't want to do the work, the research. You want to leave it to the experts. Well, it's really simple. You go to My Pies. See, I have expert pie down here. Let's just add one. You click on the add button. Let's go to expert pies. Let's say we want to do Berkshire Hathaway. We just click on that, add to pie. There, we added it. Hit done. Here it is. 100% allocated to that. If we hit save, let it load, we name it. So we will name it YouTube example. You can add a description if you want. This is showing how to add an expert pie for my portfolio. You hit save. There it is, YouTube example. So we can click on that. Here's the holdings, 24 holdings. We go to targets. We can kind of see, okay, here's Berkshire Hathaway. It's right there. We can delete it if we want just by going up there to the little trash can. But if we want to add money into it, now this is a little tricky. It took me a couple minutes to figure it out. But once we made that expert pie, to then add that into your portfolio, if you go to Manage Pie, Edit Pie, and then here's the 8 holdings, right? If we hit the plus button, we could add individual stocks if we want. But if you go to My Pies, there you go. Here's YouTube example. So we go to add slices, YouTube example. Click on that. We'll hit done. And then here you go. We have the YouTube example, all the way at the bottom. It looks like it gives you 1%, but we could change that if we want. We just have to readjust some stuff. Say we wanted that being 50%. Then we just have to readjust all of this so it's down to 100. You can see at the top it says total 150 of 100%. We would have to change around these to lower it down to 100%, 100 out of 100%. So if we changed all of these to 5%, there we go, it'd be 100. I can save this and then it would update it. I'm not going to, so this is how you discard it. So then you can just keep what you have. And then another thing that's important to know is if you swipe up, then you can turn on auto invest. So as you see, I only have a penny in this account, again, because I'm just using this as an example. But if I were to deposit more, I could add auto invest, and you see next trade window is 10 a.m. tomorrow. So that's whenever the next trade, the next handful of trades would happen. But other than that, this is M1 Finance app. There's no sponsorship. They're not paying me to say this. This is my honest review of it. I think it's a great application, very user-friendly. It's also, there's a great desktop version as well, if you're a little more old-fashioned. But I really don't think anything could beat this when you're starting out, mainly because it's so autonomous. You don't have to worry about buying these really expensive shares like Amazon or Google. You don't have to buy one for $2,300 or $1,000, whatever the price might be while you're watching this video. You could put in $20. Look at that, Google. I put in $20 into Google. Amazon, where's Amazon? Amazon, I put $10 into it. You could buy fractions of shares. I think that's huge that you could do that. So if you only want to start out with a couple $100, you don't need to resort to penny stocks or these smaller stocks that you don't know about. You could buy these big name brand companies that you know and that you use every day. If you have any questions, leave comments in the description. If this video brought value to you, give me that thumbs up. Check out my other videos as well, and I'll see you in the next one.